us in high school, swear we breaking all the rules. Now we bottle popping, booking flights out to Peru. Now I'm really 22, my music really timeless, baby, you can see the proof.
Welcome to the Justoid podcast. I'm your host, Justoid.
I am Davey. How we doing?
I'm Christian.
So, I wanted to touch base on two things mainly with this episode today. I wanted to talk about what I do in my personal life away besides shows and like music, but I also wanted to touch on how I feel about the way things are going as far as music and just like the overall scene from my opinion of things, I guess. But to start, a couple weeks ago, or I should say about 10 months ago, I started in this union, the iron workers, and it was for school. And, you know, the work's been slow, so there wasn't work immediately. I was welding at this other shop. I'm a welder. And, while I'm at work all day, all I really do is plot on these shows and write songs on break, you know. I'm not gonna say too much about what I really do on break, but
You know it's hot out here for a plan. 10 minutes, 20 minutes,
I know, day in and day out, we're like installing windows. It's dirty as fuck. We're remodeling the building downtown. I go to school and I weld, and I'm getting all these certifications and shit. And it's a lot of fucking work. And then like to come back here and still take care of a house, and then like
And a dog.
Yeah, and a dog, and like, you know, I'm a boyfriend and I have family, and you know, I still gotta relax, and all you know, there's just like all sorts of different things, and like obviously I gotta sleep still and fucking feed myself. So like sometimes we detach ourselves from like certain things, and that's maybe why like, oh, we weren't shooting as much, or like, oh, maybe it seems like I don't record music as much, or like I guess that kind of like leans into what I wanted to talk about with like the music, like why I don't like maybe record as much or whatever. I don't want to say it's like clicky or whatever, but it's almost like internet favorites at the end of the day, or like, oh, who's the most consistent, not really like who's the most talented. You know what I mean? And that's only on like a local or underground stand base, because obviously there's no consistency with people like Playboy Cardi, right? So like, but that's besides the point. I almost feel like I've been separated musically from like the scene or whatever, and I'm underdogged in a way where like they know I'm there and my music's being streamed and my live events are being seen and I'm known for that, right? But like, I feel like when it comes to like the count me in or like the conversation, I'm left out of the conversation. You know what I mean?
I know.
But then when I show up, I show out. Everybody. And I don't give a fuck what you can do online or like what fucking idea you had and you posted a reel or whatever the fuck. When it comes time to like show up and show out, I feel like you can't outdo me. And like, that's really where it comes push to shove, but unfortunately that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So then I'm sitting here thinking like, well, how can I be more consistent on TikTok and stuff? It's like, well, all my time's already eaten up. Like, I don't have any more of myself to stretch thin to do those things. And like, they can be stupid ass reels, kind of like a damn killer off his phone, like, oh, this is for you, and he has a dance, or like he's just talking about his day and vlogs his day and then posts a reel about it. He's posting 10 times a day. You know what I mean? And I respect it. But that's all he does. He doesn't have a day job. He doesn't, but he has other things, not to discredit him. He has a child in his life. He has, you know, people, bills to pay and stuff. So like, I respect it, right? But like, at the end of the day, if the videos are paying you and stuff, obviously there's a way higher incentive to do that, and you have a lot more time to put into thinking about that. I can't necessarily pull my phone out when I'm latched on by a harness 15 stories up, chilling on the edge of a building downtown Chicago. You know what I mean? Drilling, caulking, installing windows, cranes going everywhere, dust in my face. I mean, dude, how hard it is to keep up with podcasts now. I do it, all of them. But like,
I haven't even been keeping up.
How much harder it is? Ask me that. You know what I mean? I got AirPods in my pocket. I got a speaker. I got like whatever scenario, wherever I'm at, like if I can figure it out, or if it's cold and I put the ski mask on, I'm wearing my earbud. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking like, oh, when it gets warm out and I start working with people, how am I going to keep up with that? And now I'm getting into a whole different conversation. You get what I'm saying though? Like,
I know what you're saying.
And then people are calling me for shows, and I'm having to talk to like Peter, Bobby, random guys, the Hurricane Wisdom people. They keep calling me, trying to figure this shit out, just like people. And then
Did you see he just dropped the song with A Boogie and Murda? Weirdly enough, like yesterday. It's actually a pretty good song. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
He's on the come up. It's not a bad idea. In their defense, it's not a bad idea. That's something I need to talk to you about later because I talked to them today. But back to the whole thing, like I almost feel like I'm left out of the conversation when it comes to that. Even dropping monthly, like there's love from certain like pockets of people and stuff, but like it's not like I'm looking for certain people to give me acknowledgement.
Okay, a validation.
Yeah, or like a validation, but like a little reciprocation at the end of it, because like I see you and I see what you're doing, you know what I mean? And I'm not obviously the average Joe, right? But like don't act like I'm not relevant. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's my whole thing. Don't act like I'm not relevant or like I'm not doing things for the underground. You know what I mean? Because yeah, you're making music and blah, 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 or whatever, but like, what are you really doing for the community of artists at the end of the day? You know what I mean?
No, and that
goes with like the studio and giving other people chances to work on their craft and shit and fucking, yeah, I still touch the stage at the end of the day and make sure that I get my fucking plate full, but like, obviously I'm not doing it for no fucking reason. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, no, I get that. Dude, like, this is gonna sound kind of stupid, but like...
What's up, guys? Justoid here to talk about a brand new podcast ad. We got Dr. Gadget. Dr. Gadget's a phone and tablet repair store with 3 locations in the suburban area. You can head up there to get your screen fixed, battery replaced, tons of services, man. They offer all types of stuff for your phone. They got screen protectors, cases, new and used devices. So what are you waiting for, bro? Head up to Dr. Gadget today, use code RMRP or Justoid to receive $20 off a service and a free screen protector today.
At the end of the day, dude, like when we first started making music, like you did it because like it was fun and it like felt good, right? And I feel like it's important to like just focus on like I'm doing something I enjoy and I love this, when it's like it almost seems like, well, does anyone even give a fuck? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like, why would I give a fuck if no one else is going to give a fuck? And it's like, that's where you get kind of like lost in your own head. And that's kind of like where I went wrong for so long. Because it was like, all I did was compare myself to why is this person getting all this love and I'm not? And it's like, well, it's not really about that. It's about...
more.
It's about the appreciation and like the love you have for the craft, dude. It's the same reason I fucking go play disc golf. You know what I mean? But like at a certain point, it's like you just can't. It's very hard not to try to get those lines crossed.
And I almost feel like the studio is gonna help with getting back to that in a sense, because it'll be a space specifically for that.
And just creativity,
and
dude.
Almost like, I don't want to, like, I tried to make the back room that, but like at the end of the day, this is still the house. And I still need to relax here. And like, that's ultimately not the thing that I want to jump to and go do. Because it's also hard here. You know what I mean? Like, it's not set up for that. And there's nobody here to help. And like, there's not always going to be somebody to help at the studio either, but it'll essentially be set up a lot easier, especially if we get a desktop and people have their presets and stuff. Like, it'll be so much easier for me just to go there, do something, and leave it for whenever Mike goes. And then let's say he has a session or Craig has a session. I pay him the 50 or the 40 or whatever extra hour to stay there and mix it. the one song or whatever that I did in my own time and spent however long I need to spend recording it instead of worrying about it, you know? And I can be there on my own time because it's our studio.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of like being the one in charge of that space. It's like you could go there even if you didn't.
Like
even if you want to just listen to an
goes there
album.
and plays piano.
That's what I'm saying. If you just want to go chill, like, and
have
just
the
fucking listen to
Xbox
some
there,
music.
download Steam on the desktop, whatever.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. I mean, well, pretty much whatever you want. But boy, you needed to get that off your chest, huh?
I don't know. I feel like I need to do more as an artist musically and like have an online presence, but like I just don't know what direction to go about doing it, because like obviously we could sit here and say I figured out the YouTube crack, and if we put enough, we'll call
I'm picking up what you're
you know
yeah
attention into it, we'll call it, that it'll get to where we need it to get. But how do we crack the other codes, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And dude, you know, I feel like the way you crack it, this is gonna sound so like fucking whatever, but like, dude, you just like, you don't try.
And you stay consistent.
You just don't try, and you just be yourself, and you just keep doing what you're doing.
And you wanna know what's crazy to say? I feel like we have so many of them, but I need a consistent cameraman, like a video man that like. And maybe it's AZW, but he's far away. That's my problem in Schaumburg. Like, if I just wanted to, like, go and shoot reels right now, obviously we have the camera, right? It's right here, high camera. But, like, to go outside right now, and just shoot a reel to a song that we just made and, oh, this is hot. But, like, we don't have the song. But, like, maybe now that we have the studio and stuff and, oh, we just made this song and we have the camera, now we go outside and blah, 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 and I put it on the list and he can edit it. You know what I mean? Maybe these are all things that start happening with, like, and it's crazy, like, I do more to, like, take up more of my time and I get stressed out about it, but at the end of the day, I feel like it might solve my problems for other issues that I'm having with my craft, because now I can do more content, or like maybe I'm in a little bit better of a space. I mean, look at the view out the window. There's different places and things we can do, you know what I mean, around that area to shoot reels, and nobody's really shooting reels in those spaces, or you know what I mean? Everybody's kind of like in the same spots downtown, or like in their crib, or like wherever, you know what I mean? Though not there. When do you ever see people using or utilizing that area?
Never, because I've never seen anyone in that area. But I mean,
do you see rappers filming downtown there?
Where?
Right here.
In a rock?
No.
No.
So it's
and
in
I showed you
Chicago.
the video, the view out the window. We're on Downer Place, so it's like there's bridges there. The river keeps running the opposite way
straight.
too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's an area, and you got the room itself. I mean, like,
anyone else who've done it besides you?
I just think causing more ruckus is ironically gonna solve different issues. And I don't even want to say it's ruckus. Like, it's gonna be ruckus at first, opening it and like giving everybody that first day walk around intro, like, oh, like the first time Mike has a session, I'm obviously gonna have to show up. First time Kix has a session, Mango, everybody, right? But like, all in all, after everything's said and done, like 2-3 months in, and it's just like hopefully booking or whatever, it's just like a passive thing, and only time I show up there is to like either make sure it's clean and do my own thing, or like to hang out. Hopefully do like this there.
Has there like been like a line started already for people who like ready to start booking sessions?
Well, yeah, like I told you, the Cipolodian guys earlier, they're gonna be in there a lot. Their little deal we worked out, and then I've just been like word of mouthing a couple of people, but like I feel like this podcast and then a couple of posts that I might make the week of this coming out will be the first time that it's going out to the internet. I've probably told like 4 or 5 artists, and they're like, "Oh yeah, cool, you know, sounds good. I'll definitely be there." But like, when time really comes to push and shove, we'll see. And I'm also hoping for like, you know, like Google ads and other things that I'm gonna do to find like other clients that I don't know. You know, they're like
finding the people off the street.
yeah, and like doing groundwork around that area, just putting flyers in the building itself because there's so many
other different clients for different
businesses in the building,
rooms.
therapists and things in that building, and then like antique shops and barber shops in the area.
Yeah,
and just,
I bet it's not just all like different rappers, producers. Also, each room is probably like one's different.
Dude,
like,
yeah, there's like dentistry. Dude, not
that.
even that. There's like therapy sessions. I saw like
Dude,
a dentistry.
it's a commercial office.
It's a business center.
Yeah, because like each building, when people rent out those stuff like that, it's usually like all kind of like the same stuff. Like when the photography one, it's usually all like photography.
Yeah.
And like the one we just went for like the producing, I think is all like all those other rooms look like producing as well. This one, like, but the one you rented out right now is all different stuff, so it gives you more clientele, which is.
I worked for a pyramid scheme one time, and they had in the office they had a doctor's office right next to it, and the office was literally just like a tiny little fucking closet with a desk in it.
Yep.
But yeah, they just rent them bitches out. They don't care.
4X 101.
And there's bigger rooms available too. I was told I can just hop rooms if business is doing good, because there's this other one with like 4 little rooms in it, and what I might do is make one a studio and then do the other ones like photo shoot rooms, and then do like peer space. But it's a significantly different price. So
yeah,
we're gonna do this one first, see how things go, and then.
If they had open room, how are you gonna like record people's music? Because don't you need like that little like quiet room with all like the padding and everything?
I mean, I got the Chaotica eyeball, and then the room. It's not even a big room. It looked big in the video, but it's like 300 square feet. I'm gonna pad all the walls with.
Oh, the whole area.
Yeah, I already got foam stuff I'm gonna order. I'm gonna pad all the walls purple and black, checkerboard. So the sound will be good in there. It's a small room, low ceiling, no echo.
It's like one like little window.
One little, and out of all the rooms I've viewed, that's the only one with the window, so. I feel like that's.
Inspiration is always good, because you know when I have just like a room just.
I mean, I've only ever really had studios where it was 4 fucking walls. Let me take that. Yeah, right? Most studios are just like blank rooms, 4 walls.
Yeah.
You rarely have windows in studios, so that's a good
bonus.
one.
The last one we went to had like that big window, but.
Yeah, the one upstairs in the building. Yeah.
You're right, actually. You never see windows.
But besides the old glass tree and where we're about to start, no fucking windows ever.
Oh, you in Mike's old spot?
No. Not in the room. You need to go out.
Didn't it?
No. It was outside the room, and those are just like top bay windows. You had to like jump up on something to look out at the street. And that was the second fucking floor. In Cicero. Like, what are you gonna see? A shootout? Chill out. You know what I mean? Get real. Get real. Fucking
police brutality.
No, the only thing with the window was Jay Craig's old studio at Glass Tree, the one where Juice would record at. It had tall ceilings, but it had a booth in it, and it had ceiling to floor windows. It was only on like the 3rd floor on Michigan Avenue.
Yeah, I never.
Down the street from my old place.
I never seen that spot.
We got vlogs in there and stuff. You've probably seen it.
I've seen videos of it.
But besides that,
is that where that's where that photo of Craig is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Besides that, no windows. Why don't studios have windows, guys? Comment down below.
They should for inspiration. You don't want to be looking at 4 sides of walls all the time. I'd be like, crazy. I look around like I don't like look outside for at least a window just for like some like piece or things. You just get like either like inspiration or just like look out. You know, I don't want to be like stuck in a place where it's like.
That's why motherfuckers be falling asleep in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're doing drugs, but smoking weed and drinking lean, but.
6, 7. What did you have?
For what?
This.
I bought something. Don't freak out.
I was right.
Come on.
No, you didn't. I saw that little fake ass.
You want to ruin my fucking bit, dude?
Alright, cut camera.
You want to ruin my fucking bit?
All right. I'll play along. All right. I'll play along. All right, you bought a gun. Let's see it.
Dude.
What kind of gun? What kind of gun did you buy, Dave? I'm in the presence of a movie star.
It's an AR-15. Let's see. It's a mini. 22.
Draco.
Be careful.
It doesn't even have a trigger.
Yo, actually, don't fucking point that shit at me, bro. What the fuck?
You need to keep it on safety?
It's the safety going. I took the clip out before I gave it to you.
Cheddar Bob.
Dude, why'd you ruin my bit?
Oh
That was
my
gonna be
god!
so good.
Oh my god!
I had the whole thing planned out.
I was like I said, whoa, you gotta.
She had that thing tucked the whole time.
I had the whole thing planned.
No, you can't. He didn't even say anything before we started. You came up here, sat down with the gun,
Because
cocked in his pants.
I need your real reaction.
All for me to be like, all right, what do you got? What do you got? And then he goes, I'm gonna.
I was like this, I was like, oh, he bought a.
I thought you meant a cock. I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
Big.
When you went like this, I was like, oh, you bought a.
Well,
lady
interchangeable.
device.
They're
Yeah.
interchangeable, yeah. I do.
All right, what else you got?
I gotta show you this photo, real. We don't have to put this in the.
You'll have to send it to Zach, and we'll have to put it in.
You can find it right here, or it'll probably be down right here. Click the link below.
What link?
I like when like YouTubers do that, like, oh, click the link below, or you see the photo right here, like it'll be either here, or here, and then they completely forget to put it in. And it's like they're showing you like another fan watches the video, like a subscriber watcher, they never showed the picture, they never put the link, you know? That's like one of my favorite tropes on YouTube. Like, I know like they're generally they forget to do it. But it's like so funny. I love catching YouTubers. They're like, oh, I'll put the link up here. I'll leave the pictures right here, or here. And they never.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
I don't even know what he's saying. I don't even know what you're saying at this point. Dude, I found
It's been chronically online.
found a picture of your
Download
girlfriend.
TikTok or not?
That's not her.
That's not her.
Bro, that's literally her.
No, it
That's not
isn't.
her.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
That's
Yes,
not
it
her.
is. That's what she looks like.
No, it isn't. It's not her. It's fake. Yo, it's official. Head to rmrpent.com. Book a session. We got a studio opening up May 2025. Yes, sir. If you're local to the Chicago suburbs, head over to rmrpent.com to book a session. Check the team out. Shit, all the merch is on there. You can get shorts, shirts, sweaters, hats, and coming out soon, we got RMRP flags. That's right, RMRP flags are available. More info on that coming soon. Yeah, head over to rmrpent.com, check out the new website.
If you're from Wyoming, still come.
Justoid.com does not exist anymore. Rest in peace. All the merch is on rmrpent.com. Shout out Dr. Gadget.
And keep on rocking the free world and do.
Shout out Dr. Gadget. Stay up, stay blessed, stay safe. Peace.